Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of CONSOLEVISION. This episode is very important because I want to talk about something I think is really cool, and it's called the MiSTer, and it's an FPGA console, and I want to talk about how it works with arcade machines. So a lot of you out there might be owners of arcade machines, and you have various devices in them such as computers, Raspberry Pis, even real hardware. And I want to tell you that there's something else out there that you might be interested in, and it is called the MiSTer. Now, I'm going to go back from the beginning and talk about the MiSTer. I was kind of, I don't want to say I was against it, I didn't really understand it. I'm a guy that I've used a lot of devices. I have Raspberry Pis, I have the Odroid, I have PCs, and I use them in arcade machines. And once he started telling me about this thing called the MiSTer, I started getting interested when I found out that it could do a lot of different things. Now, how did you get into the whole MiSTer thing?
Well, originally I saw Smoke Monster's final New Year's countdown video about the Neo Geo, and I always wanted the Neo Geo, and basically I was sold on the MiSTer based on that video. I saw how good it was, and coming from analog consoles,
yeah.
I had the NT Mini, the Super NT, the Mega SG. That was it. The MiSTer just seemed like the next step because I really wanted Neo Geo.
So it's basically the closest thing you can get to having, besides having the real hardware.
Yeah.
So when I found that out, and that it could actually do low res, like 240p, 15 kilohertz, I knew that it could hook up to arcade machines. And my machine is JVS. So once I found out it could do that, I was like, man, this thing is going to be plug and play. I was pretty sure, and it is with my machine. So I was on board from once I started finding out the capabilities of it. And man, let me tell you. So the machine that I have, I originally had a PC that I built, and it was good for what it did. But I'm going to tell you some of the drawbacks of it. Number one, it was emulation. So there is input lag. There's quirks here and there with the emulation that you can notice the difference with real hardware, little stuff. My biggest gripes were turning the machine on, and you gotta wait for it to boot. This would boot into Windows, it would take forever. And then shutting it down, it would take forever. When you have real hardware in there, you turn the thing on and it just turns on, and then when you want to turn it on, you don't have to worry about shutting it down, because if you don't shut it down right, you could corrupt stuff, and it was, it's a little annoying. And it's the same thing with a Raspberry Pi or an Odroid or whatever. You can't just turn off those devices. You gotta turn them on, you gotta boot up, you gotta wait, and it's gotta do its thing. Then it goes into a menu and stuff, and it's the same thing shutting it off. You gotta shut it down. Yeah, you gotta shut it down, you gotta wait. Now let me tell you, all that's gone now. I can literally walk up to this machine, push one button. I even have an app. I just push the button on my phone and it just turns on. Like real hardware, you don't have to worry about it booting up and going into anything. It's so cool. And then when I want to turn it off, you know what I do? I just turn the whole thing off and it just shuts down. And
just so you know, you don't necessarily need an app to make that happen. That's just a very nice convenience to have. But it's plugged into the wall also. You just unplug it or turn the switch off and it shuts the machine down. No need to shut anything down, just power off.
So when I'm playing these games, I can notice the difference from what I'm used to. Number one, the input lag is basically nothing because there's no filters, there's no stretching, everything is just straight through the VGA thing, and it's like perfection. And if you had the real, like this is Final Fight, if you had a real board and you had it side by side, I don't think you can tell because it's not even emulation. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
And it's so awesome, and the ease of use. Now the other thing is like using these computer programs and stuff like that, it could get a little crazy with all the stuff you gotta set up and make this button do this, and a lot of configuring with the inputs and stuff like that. This is so easy that once you get it set up right, you don't even need a keyboard. You can literally just play the thing. When I had MAME, I still had to use a keyboard to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, this, no. It's set up like a real arcade machine, real arcade hardware, and you can't tell the difference. And it's only getting better. So I've got CPS-1, I've got the entire Neo Geo collection, I have a bunch of other games, and there's more that are coming. But I wish I could convey to you how awesome it is playing it. It's like perfection. And
it is.
You know,
I'm sorry, I had to just say that, like, I've been waiting for the chance to come here. Once you told me you had this up and running, 2 players, I was like, oh my god, I have to see this in action.
And the other thing is, it was almost like it was too easy setting it up. Like, I was like, there's no way this would be this easy. I plugged it in, and got it to work, and I was like, that was it, and that was it.
That's crazy.
It's almost like it was made for my arcade cabinet, but it's crazy. But how good does it play?
Oh, I think I played a lot of games for the first time ever, and now I've been playing. I have my own modern cabinet at home, kind of, but it uses a flat screen, so there's some input lag natively through the television. But
not a lot though.
Not a lot. It's quite enjoyable. But like for instance, Strider, I was playing that, and for the very first time, I was really playing Strider, the arcade game, the way it was meant to be played. I don't even think I've ever played Strider in the arcade. I've always played the ROM, you know, through emulation. Playing it on here was playing it for the first time, for real. Like the arcade game, the Sega Genesis game I played, of course, as a kid. But it's amazing. Street Fighter.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
It's too good to be true.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. So much fun.
Yeah.
I am dying to get a candy cam. I would do. I wouldn't do anything for one, but there's
almost anything.
A lot I would do to get one. So yeah, I mean, I've been searching for one of these ever since you introduced me to this, like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And they are not easy to come by. They're easier to come by on the West Coast than on the East Coast.
So basically, what we're saying is, the MiSTer and arcade cabinets are like a match made in heaven. They're so good. Why don't we show you some of the games? Check it out.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the footage that you just watched. That's the MiSTer. That's the MiSTer playing arcade on arcade hardware. And it's been a lot of fun, and there is so much more that the MiSTer is going to bring to the table. We're just in the beginning of all this. So, well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you guys later. Take care.
Peace out.
Thank you for watching ConsoleVision. If you like the content, please subscribe to the channel.
Also, please like and share this video if you enjoyed it.